Hello everyone! Kumusta? My name is Che and welcome to my channel, Mabuhay from Philippines. Today, I want to share with you how I repotted my 5 new Dendrobiums in plastic pots with Hydroton and their updates after 1 month. Hello everyone! I have new Dendrobiums. I bought them at nearby garden center. I chose them because of their flowers and I will repot them today and I want to share it with you. This one I think is a small type Dendrobium and I love the shape and the color of the flowers. I think I already have this one, but the one that I have has a lighter purple tone, so I bought this one because I love the shape and the color. This is a white Dendrobium with pink lip and she is growing a new spike. I already have a white Dendrobium with purple lip and I think this will be a nice addition to my collection. This one I think is a mini yaya with wide lip and she has 4 spikes, but the flowers are already spent, so I will cut the spikes. I will also cut the flower spikes of the other Dendrobiums. 4 of the Dendrobiums that I bought have flowers and I will cut them all except for the new spike. And the other one that I bought has no flower. It is a cutting, but I will post a picture of her. It is a nice brown Dendrobium. This is how I got my new Dendrobiums. They are in coconut husk. And I just found out that the new growth of this Dendrobium is mushy or rotten. I did not check on the canes when I bought this. I focused on the color of the flowers. And this is soft, mushy. I will just remove this and I hope that the other canes are healthy. Lata na gyud siya. Sayang. This is the cutting that I bought and I will attach a picture of the flower of the mother plant. She has active roots, she looks healthy, and I think she will be growing a spike. And I hope that it will continue to develop because I will disturb the roots today. This is the white Dendrobium with pink lips. I did not cut the new spike. Let's see what will happen if it will continue to develop. And because I will disturb the roots today, I will remove all of the coconut husk. I hope that it will continue to flower and I hope that it is healthy. This one is the one that I think is a short type Dendrobium and this is how she look. I did not care about the state of the plant because I chose the colors and I hope that this will be healthy in my care. This is the mini yaya with wide lip and I think this one is healthy. She has a new growth and I will be very careful not to damage that. I will now remove the coconut husk and I will plant them the same way. I will use plastic pots, the medium will be Hydroton, and I also have other Dendrobium repot videos in different methods or different setup, and if you want to check that out, I will include the links of that videos in the description. I will just continue to remove the husk. This is still firm, but I will remove this because I want my new Dendrobiums to be in inorganic media. I am done removing the coconut husk. I think this is enough, and I will do the same to the other dendrobiums. I will not show it to you because it will be of the same process. This is the dendrobium with damaged new growth, and I will remove it before I pot this. So I will just cut this off. I will try to remove this with my hand. I need my cutter. I will cut this with my sterilized cutter. I have removed it and the skin here starts to brown, but I will leave it as is. I hope that the browning will not continue to develop. I will apply cinnamon powder on the wound. I have removed the coconut husk from my 5 new dendrobiums and I also washed them. Now I will apply hydrogen peroxide to the roots, and I have a video about hydrogen peroxide. If you want to know more about hydrogen peroxide, please check that video. I will include that in the description. I placed hydrogen peroxide to my spraying bottle and now I will spray it to the roots. I will do this to all of them, to my 5 new dendrobiums. After a while, or after the hydrogen peroxide stopped fizzling, I placed them here in front of a small fan. I will wait for their roots to be dry before I plant them. This is the mini yaya. The roots are already dry. This is her new growth and I will plant this in a hanging pot, in a plastic hanging pot. So this is my plastic hanging pot and I will use Hydroton as medium. This is how I position her in the pot and I will just add the Hydroton. This is done, but I will add thin layer of Hydroton on top because since I will be hanging her, she will be hit by direct sunlight, so I'll just place this to avoid over drying of the Hydroton or the LECA. I will now place or add the hanger. This hanger comes with a plastic pot and the plastic pot is very cheap. I bought it from Shopee. And lastly, I will put a tag. They have no ID, so I wrote here whatever I like and the date today. Excuse my nails because I don't like using gloves. If you don't have ID tags, I have a video how to make them and I will include the link of that video in the description. I forgot to take a picture of them after I pot them, but this is after 2 days. I will water them today because today is my schedule to fertilize my orchids. I usually wait 5 to 7 days before I water newly repotted orchids of the same method or of that same process, but since today is my schedule to fertilize my orchids, I will water them and transfer them outside. This is my Dendrobium miniaya big lip after 1 month. She had grown 2 spikes, and this is what I love about Dendrobium miniaya, although I'm not sure of their real name. They are always in bloom. I have other Dendrobium miniaya which I showed you a couple of times already, and she is always in bloom. So I expect that this one will also be always in bloom. The small new growth before is here. She had already grown and is growing new roots. This one, which I also planted in a hanging pot, is already growing a new growth. And I am so happy because I did not expect this from her because she did not look very healthy. Look at the leaves, but I am happy that she is now growing her new growth. That new spike before is already in full bloom, and this is very pretty. Let's look at the plant. The oldest 2 canes here had turned yellow, and I hope that the remaining 2 canes will not turn yellow, because if that will happen, I will lose this orchid. So I think I should have removed the spike when I planted this orchid so that she had focused on growing new growth. This one grew a spike and then stopped, and this is that spike. It did not continue to develop or grow. And here, she had grown lots of new roots, and that makes me happy because after a few days, this will be growing a new growth. This is very sad. The browning at the base of the cane before when I planted it continued to grow, so the other canes are also brown now. Although this is still firm, I think they are infected. The canes are infected. I see here that here's a very small growth, but it's very small. And the other canes are turning brown as well. So I'll just save whatever I can save from this orchid. This is what's left. I hope that it will grow keikis, but I will not expect too much. Thank you for being with me. I hope that you learned from this video. And as for me, I did learn from this experience. Thank you for watching. Maraming salamat. Paalam. See you on my next videos.